Welcome back to Celebrity Tarot Readings, where I do readings for celebrities and celebrities only. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys are into that. I missed you guys. I haven't really recorded a reading since August, but of course it is September, and I got some surprises coming up for you guys. I cannot wait to reveal them. But for now, we are here and we have, and I'm sure you all have been seeing it. I believe it's still trending on Twitter, but this drama that's going on between Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas. Okay, these two have been married since 2019. Sophie is 27, Joe Jonas is 34. And there's been so many rumors, alleged infidelity. There's been, alleged like a person's not, Sophie's not being the best mom. It's just like a whole bunch of drama that's going on right now. And I just want to see how these two currently feel about each other now that they are going through this divorce, okay? Joe Jonas is a Leo sun and his moon is in Aquarius. And Sophie Turner is a Pisces. Her moon is in Aries. We'll get more into their birth charts as we go along, but I'm just going to tell you guys, just from looking at their birth chart, I'm not surprised they are where they are. And I'll get into why I feel like this. But first, let's go ahead and get started. Dear God, I ask that you give me the most clear and precise messages that need to come through at this time, please, for Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. How does Sophie currently feel about Joe? How does Joe currently feel about Sophie? Oh, child, I am not surprised that this came out. Please keep in mind that everything here is alleged because, of course, we're dealing with public figures. It's important to remember that tarot is for entertainment purposes only. Overall, for this couple, nobody should be surprised. It is the Five of Cups. Do y'all see this woman? She looks just absolutely sad. Okay, Five of Cups comes out in a reading when somebody is experiencing loss, disappointment, they're grieving, they're mourning a situation, okay? So, of course, I'm not surprised these two are here because, of course, there is an announcement that there is a pending divorce, okay? Over here is going to be Sophie. Ooh, Sophie. Ooh, Sophie. Over here is going to be Joe. Joe, did you try to make sure that you get ahead of this situation by going to the press first? Bottom of the deck here, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, okay? Let me tell you, the passion left this relationship allegedly long before these two decided to call it quits. I don't believe these two were having sex, okay? And if they are, somebody may have been bored with their sex life, okay? And this may be the reason why the situation is the way it is right now. All right, y'all know I get straight to the point. I keep it real pow-pow, as Wendy Williams would say. But over here on Sophie's side, we have the moon in the reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. We have the Queen of Swords in the upright. We have the Eight of Cups in the upright and the Emperor in the reverse. Like I said, y'all, I'm starting to think, just from looking at these cards, what my intuition is telling me is that Sophie is the one that allegedly walked away from this situation. He just was the one that beat her to the courthouse. Because you have the Eight of Cups here, and lo and behold, look what's next to it. Emperor in a reverse. I would not be shocked if she's told family and friends, or if something comes out in the public soon where she mentions that he is a narcissist or a master manipulator or somebody that is very controlling, okay? Because she sees him as the Emperor in a reverse. Somebody that she may see as very reckless. Okay, Emperor in the reverse can also indicate that he may have anger issues, allegedly. Because of course that has to do with chaos and anger and domination. It could be very dominant. I wouldn't be surprised. And sometimes situations like this happen in dynamics like this, okay? Keep in mind that Sophie Turner is younger than Joe Jonas. Even though a lot of people will say, well, that's not a big deal. She's 27, he's 34. It is a big deal when you look at relationships. Sometimes the older person is more experienced, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, I think these two got together when she was very young, much younger and still inexperienced in life, inexperienced in the industry. This man has already had his feel of the industry. If I'm not mistaken, he's on tour right now. And, him and his brothers, the Jonas brothers, they've been famous for God knows how long. Okay. So he knows his ins and outs. He knows his way around the industry. And in this situation here, we'll see what else comes through. But y'all, I'm getting so many intuitive messages just from looking at her side. All right. Over here, you have the Queen of Swords as well. Do y'all see how pissed off that woman is? A lot of people are confused about this situation because if I'm not mistaken, and guys, comment down below if this is true or not, she was actually spotted on tour with him or seeming as if she was being supportive of him, even though they're going through a divorce. And also Joe Jonas was seen with his wedding, I can't even talk, retrograde. He was seen with his wedding ring on, okay? So, as you see here, this woman is pissed, okay? And she's holding the sword. I have to say it because it's still here. I'm not sure if there was infidelity on his part. He may be somebody, not that it matters, but he could be somebody that could be into different types of women. You can be black, you can be white, you can be, whatever the case may be. He may not have a certain type. I'm hearing Ray Shroom. I ain't got no type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. So I don't know, y'all. He may like bad bees, but it doesn't necessarily matter which type of race this person may be. Speaking of that, let me see if I can find anything in his chart that I have that may indicate this. That moon in Aquarius. That moon in Aquarius. Let me tell you something. Things may not be perfect on both of their ends, okay? Things may not be clean on both ends, all right? Because let me tell you, Joe Jonas is a Leo sun. He has a moon in Mercury, but he is very earth dominant. He has Virgo in his Mercury, his Venus, and his Mars. And on top of that, he has some more air in his chart. His ascendant is in Libra. I'm just saying, okay? He may be, or he may have been buck wild at some point, whether when he was with her or before he met her. Who knows? But that moon in Aquarius indicates to me that he's not the judgmental type as far as not having a particular type. This could point to that. But he also has his Mars in Virgo, okay? So he may be very particular about things or very careful about certain things getting out into the public. Keep in mind, he is very professional. This is somebody, again, he has experience in the industry. So he knows. Joe, I'm picking up a lot of stuff on you, buddy boy. You know how to allegedly manipulate the public. Keep in mind, he also has a sun in Leo. Very prideful, very boastful. He may be somebody, I know that physically on the outside, he's a very good looking man. But with him, just like with a lot of celebrities, there may be a totally different side to Joe that you all do not see. Sophie may have seen this person, and this is why Sophie is looking like this. Like, I'm so sick of this man and his shit. I'm so sick of this man and his ish. Y'all think he cute. Y'all don't know what I have to deal with when I'm at home with this man. This is why I got my coat on and my scarf and why I left, because I'm tired. Okay? Who cares if he said he fouled first? Who cares if allegedly there's something on the door ring or the doorbell message thing that he may have seen? I don't care. Maybe I wanted him to find it out. Allegedly. Because I'm tired of him and his controlling ways. Child, this reading finna be off the chain. Off the chain. I was considering whether or not I wanted to go live, but I recently was sick and everything, and I'm just like, do I really want to do this? Do I want to go live? But y'all, do not be surprised. I may end up going live later, okay? So you may see me again. But let's keep going. So over here on Joe Jonas's side, you have the Six of Cups in the upright. You got the Eight of Wands in the reverse. You got the World card in the reverse. Ooh, child. King of Pentacles in the reverse. And then you also have Three of Swords in the reverse. Joe, I see you, Joe. I see you, Joe. Now, let me just say this. This may be how he is perceiving Sophie Turner. He may see her as the King of Pentacles in the reverse. She is overindulgent, so obsessed with the industry. First of all, these two, It's not a good mix. Again, I'm still not surprised. Keep in mind, he's earth dominant. He could be the one coming off as the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And when I do these readings, I got to go with my gut. And I'm sorry, I'm feeling like he is the one that's coming off as the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody that is very greedy, overindulgent. He will cross your mama if he could. Okay? Now, like I said, tarot is fluid. The energy is fluid. You take it and put it how you want to put it. What I'm getting is Joe is coming up as this King of Pentacles in the reverse. However, it could be how he sees her. Maybe he thinks she's greedy and overindulgent. But I'm telling y'all, some ain't clean in the buttermilk. All right? Some ain't clean in the buttermilk, Joe. But going back to their birth charts, Sophie Turner is a Pisces sun, okay? With her moon in Aries, her Mercury in Aquarius, her Venus in Aries, her Mars in Pisces, her ascendant in Cancer. There's a lot of Pisces energy there. She may have been somebody that at one point she may have fantasized who she thought Joe Jonas was until she actually got Joe Jonas home and realized that the fantasy was better than the reality, allegedly. Keep in mind, she also is fire dominant. She got a moon in Aries and she got a Venus in Aries. Again, you ain't fooling me, Sophie. You got bored with him. Okay, even if that sex may have been off the chain, even if that love connection may have been something, allegedly, Sophie, you got bored because the fantasy didn't live up to the reality. Now, look, you either got bored and you went and found another stick to jump on, or you got bored and you just did whatever the hell you did. But what I'm getting here, and I cannot get past this, especially looking at her birth chart, Sophie got bored. Because once you have the fantasy, the reality of it is over. Both of them may have been living in a fantasy world, but I will tell you this. One of the things that was an issue in this relationship is communication. Keep in mind that Sophie has a Mercury in Aquarius and Joe has a Mercury in Virgo. Let me tell you, he may have become boring to her, meaning that he may have wanted to do the same old thing over and over. It doesn't necessarily mean that he always stayed at home, but he may have did the same old thing in the bedroom. And y'all know, come on now. Y'all know some people guilty of this. Hell, you may be guilty of this yourself. Some people do the one and done, okay? With the pump and stomp, where they get in that bedroom and they know them certain moves work and they use them same moves every time on you. And then after a while, because at first it may have been off the chain and you're like, yeah, that's it. Hit it, baby. Oh, you right there. You right there. And the next time you're like, oh my God, we got to try something different. Turn that porn on or something. Come on, let's try something different. But keep in mind, earth dominant people stereotypically are set in their ways. And keep in mind, she is fire and air dominant. She likes variety. She likes fun things to be different. Okay? And I'm just saying, I keep getting that for her. She was bored. She did have the fantasy of a family. Keep in mind, her ascendant is in Cancer. She's family oriented, but at the same time, she still needed some type of spark there. Yeah, I'm just telling you, I'm getting so many messages. You know what? Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this situation. If you guys are enjoying this reading so far, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I would really appreciate that. Dear God, give me the most clear and precise messages for Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas. Yeah, let's see what's going on. I guess I kind of like the way and under all the pain. Day bleeds into nightfall. Let's see. Dear God, give me the most clear and precise messages that need to come through at this time, please. Okay, let's see what we got. So, before I go any further with these intuitive messages, I did want to touch a little bit more on Joe Jonas's side. He has the Six of Cups in the upright. He has the Eight of Wands in the reverse. You have the World card here in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse, like I mentioned earlier. And then you have the Three of Swords in the reverse, okay? So, Three of Swords in the reverse is about somebody recovering from a situation, and a person is forgiving a situation and moving on. This may be one of the reasons why you see these two together, because I'm telling you, I do not feel like this is something where this just happened overnight and it's like, I'm divorcing you, I'm out the door. I feel like it took some time to get here. And I also feel like it took some time for Joe to accept that this marriage is just not working. Okay. Also, he could be a workaholic as well. And the reason why I say this, okay, you have the World card here in the reverse. World card in the reverse is about somebody feeling a sense of emptiness or feeling a lack of closure in a situation. And right next to it, you have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Wands in the reverse comes out when a person maybe starts to panic because the situation is slowing down, and then they may feel like they can be the one to make changes. Again, I gotta say it because it's here. I feel like Joe Jonas was the one who rushed and decided to file because of the fact that it may have been because of something he may have seen, or because of the fact that it's like, it is what it is. I'm starting to recover from this situation. She may have already told him she was done. She didn't want to be with him anymore. Let's be separated. Let's have sex with other people, whatever the case may be, allegedly. And for him, it was just like he wanted to hold on to the memories of what it once was. But sometimes you have to wake up from this family. That's what it is. I was about to say sometimes you have to wake up from this family, but I meant to say sometimes you have to wake up from this fantasy. Joe Jonas may be somebody who's in a family where everybody's married and everybody's been married for a long term. They may have always talked about marriage. There's an expectation about marriage, and there's not a lot of, we don't divorce each other. We don't do this or we don't do that. No matter how bad it gets, we stay together. And for him, this is something that he's always held on to. A part of this could be a part of his Leo sun, which has to do with his pride. We all know Leos stereotypically are very prideful, very egocentric, self-absorbed. They can at times be show-offs. But what I'm getting here from his sun sign is that he had too much pride to admit that this marriage may not be working. And he finally got to a point where he recovered from the heartache and he accepted the fact that this just may not be his happily ever after. That some people just do not work out, and that's okay. So again, that may be not one of the reasons why you may have been seeing these two together, because they both said, you know what, we may not love each other, but or we loved each other at some point, but we know we ain't right for each other. We both know this is wrong. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't they post a joint statement saying they were divorced? I mean, we all know this is something typical. All celebrities do. But in this case, yeah, they may have come to a conclusion that they were just going to go ahead and do this together. But I still believe in my heart of hearts, Sophie was already done with him. She was already bored. Okay? Now, let's get to these intuitives. I was singing earlier, I guess I kind of like the way it numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall. Y'all know that beautiful song, that beautiful heartbreaking song? I have it numbed all the pain. Somebody allegedly may have some type of addiction, or somebody may have tried to go into their head and pretend like all of these issues weren't happening because this was their way of coping with the loss of this connection. Keep in mind, we do have Three of Swords in the reverse on Joe's side. So there may have been something or some way that he was using something in order for him to numb the pain of the ending of this marriage, allegedly. You also have feeling the effects of the full moon. All right, so these two could be very emotional at this time. We did recently have a Pisces moon that we experienced where, people were feeling very sensitive and everything. This may have affected this may have affected Sophie more than it did Joe, simply because, of course, she is a Pisces. So she may have been feeling it stronger than him. Also, keep in mind, we're in Mercury in retrograde. This is the wrong time for people to break up. This is the wrong time for people to jump into new relationships. Of course, you got free will. You can do what you want, but there's a reason why the Mercury retrograde is here as well, because it affects communication in all areas of life. So these two, I mentioned earlier, she's a Mercury in Aquarius. He's a Mercury in Virgo. their communication already sucks. Okay, Mercury and Virgo people, he may be a little bit more calculated about what he says. Can be. I feel like both of them are kind of cold towards each other. Like they do the thing of silent treatment, or if they do say things to each other, they say very cutting things. And I'm sorry, Sophie, I'm getting it from your side, baby girl. You can be real cutthroat with some of the stuff you say. Like, I don't give a damn about you. You got a small dick anyway. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Whoa. Where did that come from? Sophie, did you tell that man something like that before? Oh, child. Oh, y'all, it got bad. She may have even told him that he can't get it up. Who knows? Keep in mind, Ace of Wands in the reverse at times can mean a man having an issue with his wand. Okay? Not being able to perform maybe long term, or not even able to get it up. Yeah, this reading off the chain. This may end up being part 2, baby. Shut the freaking door. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. The little blue pill. I'm just saying, y'all. Sophie got bored. You have the faces you make. I don't even feel like that's sexual energy right there. Somebody, let me tell you something. When you're not satisfied in the bedroom, or you're not satisfied in your relationship with people, and it's certain people, it shows on their face. Like you can say to somebody, are you okay? And they're like, yeah, I'm fine. No, you're not. I can see it all over your face. I am fine. What are you talking about? I feel like this happened a lot in their relationship. Somebody wasn't really happy. Look at that. I was just singing this song, y'all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kind of used to being someone you love. Oh, man. I told you, this was a slow burning realization that somebody doesn't love me like I thought, or they don't love me anymore. My goodness. Look now, keep in mind, we are in Mercury in retrograde. Wrong time to break up, wrong time to get together. These two may in the end reconcile, or they may have tried to reconcile at some point, or they may be currently working on this. All right. But sometimes that reconciliation doesn't last, because as soon as retrograde is over with, you realize, I honestly can't stand you. I'm just saying, somebody in this situation could have been a selfish lover. Somebody in the bedroom may be like, well, I'm finished. I done got what I needed to do. I got myself off. I hope you happy. Good night. Look at that. Somebody may accuse the other person of sleeping around. Keep in mind, we got that message about the doorbell and what somebody allegedly claimed that they saw their partner doing. Some people will never learn their lesson, okay? Some people may never learn their lesson. Sometimes it's best not to try to reconcile with somebody. Sometimes you're just not meant to be together, no matter how hard you try. Spirit is saying looks can be deceiving. Okay. And looks were deceiving, because a lot of people were shocked as hell when they were trending on social media saying that they were divorcing. Oh my God, they're like the perfect couple. If they don't work, then love is not real. Love is not real. Y'all better stop sitting up here thinking that these people living happily ever after. Everybody ain't happy. Like I know some people, perfect example, if I could think of a couple where I did their reading and they're genuinely happy with each other. There's 2 couples I've done readings on. You guys can check them out if you haven't seen them before, or if you want to watch them again. There is Eva Mendes and the guy from the Barbie movie, Ryan Gosling. Y'all, their reading, they are genuinely a happy couple. Okay? I don't know what they're doing now, but when I did their reading, those 2 are solid. Same thing with the girl who left Diddy, Cassie and her husband. They are solid. There's a couple more people I've done readings on. They're solid. But this right here is a crack in the foundation, people. You have down low, okay? We all know that this can indicate possibly somebody being into another sex, or this could indicate that, maybe they kept their relationship on the low, or who knows, okay? So I'm not surprised this came out as well. Keep in mind that Sophie is a Pisces sun, okay? She's a very emotional person. On top of that, she has her ascendant in Cancer. Looking at Joe Jonas's birth chart, there is no emotions there. Not meaning he's not an emotional person, but this may have been a issue in their marriage, okay? not good at expressing my emotions, okay? And sometimes when you're not able to easily express your emotions and you're more of just a verbal person, or you do things with actions, that's not other people's love language. So they may have had two completely different love languages. You have good fortune is on the horizon for one or both of them. A time of trouble must be endured. Somebody is creating their own problems. Something significant could happen in September, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't this when all of this was announced? Do not be surprised. There may be some other stuff come out in September. I did mention that there may be some stuff coming out in the news in regards to possibly somebody's sexuality and the things that they may do in the bedroom or separately. You may even get some more news coming out in regards to Joe Jonas and him possibly being controlling. There may be some things that come out that contradict some of the things that are being said about Sophie. It may be some worse things that are coming out. There may be video coming out. There's a lot of shit that's going to unfold with this couple in September. Okay. You also have getting off to the thought of you. Somebody in this situation doesn't even know who they are. They may have been so caught up in a relationship or in the fantasy that they don't really know who they are. So this may be the reason why they're saying, I need to walk away from this. I'm still trying to find out who I am. These two could be twin flames. See, when you don't know who you are and you meet somebody else and maybe they already know themselves or they don't know themselves yet and you're in this twin flame connection, y'all got to do the work separately sometimes. It may bring you together or it may help you find yourself so that you can find the person that's right for you in the future. We do got reconcile here. All right. I don't know. One of them possibly could have lost a family member or something and there's an investigation into a death. Could have been something from the past. Somebody is clearing or have cleared karmic debt. You earned it. Okay. And then you also have the message here, buzz cut. So I don't know. Does Joe Jonas have a buzz cut? Guys, comment down below. Somebody could have served some time in the military as well. Someone in one of their families or both. Something significant could come out in the news in January. Also, they may have separated in January. January probably was a really rough year for them, where they were dealing with a lot of drama before it even got to this point. Also, that can indicate Aquarius or Capricorn energy. You have here green eyes. All right. Keep in mind, we got Queen of Swords over here. So I don't know if there's a Queen of Swords that may have come between the two of them. This is Aquarius energy in the past. All right. You also, ooh, child. And there's Sophie. There's Pisces. All right. So I don't know. I don't think Joe Jonas has green eyes. She may have green eyes, but I'm just saying somebody else may be in the equation. I told y'all I feel like the passion was out of this relationship. The passion just wasn't there. You got that look in your eyes. On the outside, I look good, but on the inside, I'm a mess. Somebody could be going through it emotionally. Y'all, there's too many. Y'all know what happens when we get too many of these astrological or these characteristics. Hazel eyes, green eyes. I'm just saying. Chemistry. There it goes again. Toxic codependency. Okay. So again, if these two reconcile, it may be due to the fact that there's a toxic codependency there. It's like the two of you all are separating, yet y'all are showing up at the concerts together. The two of you all are going through a divorce, yet you're going to try to make this situation work again. There could be a lot of issues in this relationship due to the fact y'all cannot make this up. Multiple sex partners. Did y'all invite other people in the bedroom with y'all? You have don't rush. Okay, Spirit said, listen, don't rush to reconcile again. Y'all got some issues y'all may need to deal with separately before y'all try to make something work. Something significant could have happened in April as well. This could have been what let's say for instance, they separated in January, tried to make it work again in April, but then now they said, okay, we got to go our separate ways. Okay. Also, that can indicate Aries as well as Taurus. Yeah, we got too many people here, too many people in this relationship. Spirit is saying, be patient. Your time is coming. All right. So I want to move these to the side. And I want to get into these intuitives I pulled earlier. Bottom of the deck here, we have narcissist, okay? I did mention earlier the Emperor in the reverse came out on Sophie's side. Somebody could be a narcissist. Somebody could just be very full of themselves, okay? Excuse me, I'm doing a reading. Go have a seat. You have guardian, a lost loved one watches over you. So again, I did mention investigation into a death. Somebody could have passed on in one of their families. They may be fighting over pets. Somebody could be fighting over pets. All right. Like, I'm going to take the dog. No, I'm going to take the dog. And again, someone else may have come into this relationship, or they may have been they may have invited. Y'all, I keep getting energy that they invited people in the bedroom with them. Didn't I tell you wrong time to separate, wrong time to get together? We are currently in the Mercury in retrograde. Okay. And then you have give it some time. See, Spirit is telling them again to be patient. See, they need to be patient and make sure this is really what they want, because this might not end up being the outcome for them. But we'll look at future messages in a minute. You also have give it time. Okay. This is everything is working out in divine timing. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and make this a 2-part. So I'm going to close it off here. Definitely stay tuned. Part 2 is going to come where we do the future messages on this couple and see what comes through. Stay tuned. Bye.